my God, oh my God, oh my God, ayy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, ayy. Who you talking about when you say oh my God, ayy? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, wait. Some know Thor, some know Hades, some know Zeus, that's my baby. I've been slaying gods lately, oh my God, oh my. Some know Isis, that's my lady. Nowadays, people shady. Either way, it's fuck you pay me, oh my God, oh my. I just know the way, ayy, I just know the truth. What's up? Live it every day, bet I show you proof. I just know the way, ayy, I just know the truth. What? Live it every day. What's up? Bet I show you proof. My conception was immaculate, trajectory was accurate. Before Protestants and Catholics, reality I was hacking it. Goddamn. Before Abraham, too, before he split up both the sons, before the Muslim and the Jew. Look, some know Thor, some know Hades, some know Zeus, that's my baby. I've been slaying gods lately, oh my God, oh my. Some know Isis, that's my lady. Nowadays, people shady. Either way, it's fuck you pay me, oh my God, oh my. I just know the way, ayy, I just know the truth. What's up? Live it every day, bet I show you proof. I just know the way, ayy, I just know the truth. What? Live it every day. What's up? Bet I show you proof. You say my God, but what's its name? Stuck with titles, such a shame. Worship God like it's a game. You pray to God to give you fame. Angel Mike, I'm heaven's mage, here to free you from your cage. Now we in the last days, it's time to turn another page. Some know Thor, some know Hades, some know Zeus, that's my baby. I've been slaying gods lately, oh my God, oh my. Some know Isis, that's my lady. Nowadays, people shady. Either way, it's fuck you pay me, oh my God, oh my. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, ayy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, ayy. Who you talking about when you say oh my God, ayy? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, wait.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey,
what is your mark?
Hey, 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 hey. All my exes want a house in Texas, yeah, yeah. All my exes make it heaven rather than fake stretching. I'm in places you vacate, I fulfill as my destiny. Guardian of the East, looking west. Say my cook for best, ain't around the sheep. Not collected beasts, act as if they slept. Walk around like sleep, I can see beneath. Service tension, I write H2O, the only son of dream. Hey, really I got presence, really I got pace. Really I got methods, met upon late stretches, stretch upon my face. Hey, really why I'm gorgeous, live with inner orgies. Hold a 10 of swords, I can't be living porcelain. I'm way too important by my faith. Really I ain't trying to save anybody for anybody, because anybody should've won my space. Spinning out of my denim models, I'm finna pride along with my day. Many men should've willful faith. Feel again, all this shit J.A. On the stars, how to reach my gates. God, I'm grounded on my feet. Lily came back knocking, I ain't in adultery. Really I would like to share, but that's a solid feast. So I meet her ass with silence, same way I sounded to me. While I live on my island, mending God is planning peace. I focus on my cues, so they don't question where I be. I focus on my bills, so I'm not passionate about no fee. My water is pristine, okay, she wallow just with me, okay. Swallow your deceit, okay. Water just your seed, hold space for blossoms, no opossum gossip. Gon' get back to me today, I got two lists, moving feelings and turn my heart with much to say. This time I'ma listen, they say peace. Guardian of the East, look at west. Ain't no book to test, ain't around the sheep. Not collected beats, act as if they slept. Walk around and sleep, I can see beneath. Surface tension, I rock H2O, the only son of dream. Holy Steve.
Really got killers under the sun that shoot for me but need no gun. I say the word, it's already done. Turn your 10 of cups to a 1. Pour your soul in a goblet, got your chick still goblin. Must be hooked like phonics, yeah, I'm the creator but ain't no goblin. Got that Aldebaran flow. If you didn't know, I rock with Gabe, I rock with Raph and Uriel, cause they're my folks. Demon slaying, putting devils in their place on the low. Keep my head up high, getting high with weed about with my dough. I got space and I got time, you got your life, your soul is mine. I don't practice Santeria, but everything I do sublime. I don't have any crystal balls, but you can suck my own. Still renting apartments, almost 40, but still ain't bought no home. All these damn distractions while my focus, but I'm still in my zone. Know that I should grow up and do better, but I just want some dome. Don't keep no one around me, never lonely, even when I'm alone. Make shit from the heart, I take it everywhere, cause that's my home. I'm the
Guardian of the East, looking west. Ain't no buddy test, narcoleptic sheep. Walk around, lick sleep, claiming that we slept. I've been in my dreams, I've been in my seas, in my depths. Try to bring my home everywhere I step. As the Guardian of the East, look at west. Guardians of the East, look at west. Ain't no buddy test. Hey, 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 hey.
Say it. Say vagina.
Vagina.
See, that's what I'm talking. Vagina. Give me some of that vagina.
I just need a lick, she just need dick. She wanna see my magic stick. Said I could put it in just a tip. Sex so good, she left me a tip. She never seen no magic like this. She got that fire kitty, had to give it a kiss. Like, show me your vagina, vagina. It's been missing, tell me, can you find her? Show me your vagina, vagina. Got you dripping, dripping like designer. I was going home to beat my meat. Then I saw you cross the street. Nails on fleek, your hair elite. Wondering, can I take a seat? I can. Sweet, it's nice to meet. How you doing? How's your week? All this small talk got me weak. Let's continue under the sheets. We can keep it discreet. I know you like that. I know you a freak. I just wanna see if you really like that. When I beat it, you fight back. When I bite, you bite back. I just wanna lick you to the right track. Show me your vagina, vagina. I need to see it. It's been missing. Tell me, can you find her? Show me your vagina, vagina. I know you wanna. Got you dripping, dripping like designer.
It was love at first sight, that's why we fucked the first night. Got you lusting for my touch until I quench your thirst right. All on the low, nobody knows. Love like an amateur, fuck like a pro. Your blowjob interview was hot, so I hired you on the spot. When I'm in it, always hit the spot. Got you shaking, twitching, dripping, moaning, making love non-stop. No connecting flights for where we going. Got you feeling like you rolling ludicrous. I got the potion, it's Peace D, no DTP. I just want you to
show me your vagina. Please show me your vagina. Please show me your. It's been missing. Tell me, I need to see it. Show me your vagina, vagina. Got you dripping, dripping like designer. I just need a lick, she just need dick. She wanna see my magic stick. Said I could put it in just a tip. Sex so good, she let me a tip. She never seen no magic like this. She got that fire kitty, had to give it a kiss.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bullshit. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your new moon in Virgo ceremony. I wanted to do this later, but you know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure all of you in Europe could join us. So thank you for saying this, because I'm going to make sure I do these ceremonies earlier at around like noon or 11 a.m. Thank you. I feel like I've leveled up a little bit of the rapping and whatnot. And yeah, I made that track on accident, y'all. Like the Gemini sun put the clown chakra on. Clown chakra activated, and it just wrote itself through me. All right. Shout out to all of you guys here. Welcome to the beginning of a brand new life. Something about Virgo in its integrative nature is that it takes everything you've put, what Virgo is mastered in is taking all the ingredients of your favorite meal, and now we're putting it all together. All right. This is where it's like, okay, put 2 spoonfuls of the black crack in here, mix up the Coke. My bad. All right. So other than that, all the elements have been put in place. We update this every year. Okay. So relative to this year, as you can see, 8 degrees, we're about 4 hours away, 3 to 4 hours away. from this new moon activating. Now, unlike Gemini and Pisces, or like Gemini and Pisces, new moon immutable signs are trusting in the magic of new beginnings. There's so much excitement as certain dreams and beliefs are starting to become reality. And, take your time as far as understanding and being aware moving forward of how you must live in order to support these fantasies, these dreams. The quickness with which it's all going to come together is going to feel like a dream come true, but you must understand this is just barely the beginning of a brand new adventure that's going to bring you out the next 20-year chapter of Pluto Aqua and a whole new world era, a whole new world system for the next 30 years. Congratulations, you've made it to the second round of the Hunger Games. So we are activating magic. All right. The new moon in Pisces was magic belief. And with Saturn, the whole key of this year was activating belief systems. We then went into Gemini and activated the magic of our thoughts, with Jupiter coming through and evolving our mindset. And now from Virgo to Sag is where we're going to put it all together and then see into the higher meaning of what it all means before we do it again next year. But next year, carrying the application of this change of belief and behavior to the direction we now pioneer in this new world order. All right. Where we're going to see, of course, maybe a move and push towards one world currency, not happen overnight, but be put into effect. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen given its practicality and probability, but just ideas around globalizing the world. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy element of this, whether it's good or bad, but relative to how nations and territories started out in this world as nation states, territories, groups before politicization and colonialism, which now brought more integration between divided states, now post a United Nations existent world, where we're going to see more of a push of now integrating more different territories and nations towards one global order. Once again, I know I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories around, whether this is good or bad. And, shout out to those of you guys investing in XRP. I heard it might be $10,000 one day. But you didn't hear that from me. Actually, you heard that from the person who predicted that Trump got shot. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that these conspiracy theories have credence to them, even though there's truth to them. I want to be unbiased. I'm not for or against them. Objectively, I just want to show you how naturally, whether you think it's good or bad, it makes sense that at this world's development, where now a lot of territories have advanced technology, it's not out there to think that they would push towards integrating, which is going to require conflicts, wars, in order to facilitate this, for better or for worse. So I'm speaking more of just the natural inclination of a humanity evolving. Whether it turns out that they're evil elites driving this or a revolutionary consciousness of people who take power back from these elites, well, that's the variable with which the rest of this year is going to influence. And that's what brings me to the main point of this. This new moon in Virgo is one of the most important turning points of human history. Not only is the one of the most significant elections that we've ever had going to follow from this, and I'm not saying this in favor of Kamala or Trump, but just looking at it objectively and everything that's riding on this and everything it represents. But this represents 30 years of karmic development since the last time Saturn was in Pisces. This represents 160 years of transcendence with our imagination since the last time Neptune was in Pisces. This represents 248 years of collective awakening since the last time Pluto was in Aquarius. And we can even go 85 years with Uranus, or 65. But this is going to bring the 180-degree harvest of this Sun-Saturn conjunction that we had not activated since 1995. And of course, this Sun-Neptune 29-degree activation that we have not activated since the 1800s, baby. So this is why, if you've noticed, as soon as Virgo started, I want you to comment perfect if since 8 days ago, you have noticed small elements of everything beginning to come together towards your dream and vision. If you have started to notice how all the elements necessary in place are beginning to come together in a sense where there's still challenges. It's not like everything is fixed. There's still issues to go through, but every single one of you commenting perfect, you're going to be delighted to experience that by the time we come into this full moon 2 weeks from now in Pisces, everything, and I mean everything, since 2022, since 2020, since 1995, since the 1800s, but let's keep it relevant here, since 2020, is coming into perfection around everything you put in the work to painstakingly activate and integrate relative to the development of your beliefs, your habits, and budding abilities and techniques. Okay, so this new moon in Virgo is the magical activation of integration. Let's talk about the four magics. Gemini is an activating magic. It activates enlightenment, right? Pisces and Sagittarius are universal magics. We call this the God level magics, philosophy and reasoning. All right. This is where we activate beliefs in its completion of our perspective. And this is where we activate meaning in its ascension and breakthrough. So this is a completing magic. This is a harvesting breakthrough magic that ascends us into a higher perspective. This is an activating magic, Gemini of our mind, that activates enlightenment to think towards new ideas. And Virgo is our integrative magic. It's the magic that puts together experimental ideas through analysis, preparing us to ascend and complete beliefs. All right. We do this every year. Okay. So this is where this year, in its relation to Jupiter, Saturn, and subsequently Pluto, this is gearing you towards activating the supernatural lifestyle. The way you live your life moving forward is going to be relative to recent synchronization of your soul and spirit, more aligned with the supernatural and metaphysical mechanics that your subconscious and senses sense beyond the 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum that you can realistically be aware of. You're now getting ready to awaken and incorporate more awareness and understanding around themes and mechanics that exist outside of your brain's ability to process. So they're going to be invisible to you. But something like supernatural energy, right, or the supernatural is like a frequency. So you cannot see a frequency. I'm emitting a frequency right now. You probably can't hear. Some of you cannot hear. There's a certain decibel range of frequencies you can't even hear or perceive, right? There's certain color spectrums you can't see, but they still exist, right? A frequency doesn't exist just because you can't sense it. And so in light of analysis, in light of real experiences, right, you are going to transform your awareness through the activation of new behavioral patterns that enable you to incorporate the supernatural more in your lifestyle. This revisits Aries season, where you activated supernatural power. You manifested the quality of this supernatural energy naturally through your five senses in May. June, you activated supernatural abilities and skills. Cancer, you drove this activation of your identity into deeper psychological understanding with emotional intelligence. And on stage in Leo, you put all these facets of your individuality together and activated a supernatural talent. Now in Virgo, you're getting ready to put this together. And with the earth sign of Virgo, there's supernatural in the mundane. So there are going to be a whole lot of mundane, everyday routine structure that you may not have realized is supernatural as fuck because of the way with which you express it. Supernatural not meaning Hollywood or fantasy or Disney. Supernatural not meaning that an elephant appears in front of your face. Supernatural meaning that you do not need to wake up with an alarm clock predictably at 6 a.m. in the morning, because you've engineered your habits to wake up. Nothing at all, but everything about that process sounds mundane, right? This is going to transform the way and the semantics with which you have been deceived around magic, which is science, around the supernatural, which exists in the mundane, and around the occult, which was hidden from you so that you give your power away to elites and other such beings who take advantage of these principles, like the billionaires who use astrology instead of the millionaires, with which no one has to teach you. You will be guiding yourself through this process in the maturation of behaviors and the releasing of old beliefs that no longer apply to these new habits. So welcome to your new life. Welcome to the activation of a supernatural lifestyle that will take these recently activated abilities and talents and incorporate them into how it is you live your life. What some of you have been realizing since April is your intuition is so much more on point. You're able to experience a much quicker facility of non-linearly, without the need of an inductive or deductive processing or reasoning, discern situations, know what's going to happen, know why things are going to happen. And now this Virgo season is going to apply this into how you actually express this with people. So if you've been noticing for the past few months, wow, I'm so much more intuitive, I'm so much more psychic, I notice so much more synchronicities. Now, as you're living through your lifestyle, you're applying it. Somebody is lying to your face and you see a vision on top of their head of a snake. And now you're like, wow, you're lying. You're a snake. And now they're wondering why you did. That was a horrible example and very quick generalization. But this is where you're going to be integrating. How? Why? Because once we step into Libra season, you're going to present this maturation of your behavior and integrate it into your Libra partnerships and pull receipts and kick off this I Sold You So tour straight like that. It is like that though. All right. It really is like that. So especially if you got Pisces, placements. So let's go over the next 2 weeks of how it is you're going to be activating these new habits and integrating these new habits. And then we'll do a quick ritual where all 100 plus of us will set intentions relative to how it is you want to live your life. And then we're going to set the intention that everyone else's intention comes true for the highest good of all. We have celestials, we have divine beings, we have ascended beings, we have all sorts of powerful people in the chat. Keep in mind that their aura and chakra is going to be spent intending for your wish to come true. And you're going to have 190 plus people live intending for your intention to come to pass. Meaning once you leave this broadcast, you will see a hyper accelerated experience of this collective intention that you pitched in happening. And all you have to do is maintain this intention by committing to living the lifestyle that you have decided you want to live. So for example, if I decide, you know what, I'm the sexiest exotic dancer and male stripper of all time, and I'm going to live like a stripper. Once I move forward, I'm not going to start contradicting myself and start behaving in a way that some pleb or someone who, wastes their money will do. Or let me just say, I'm not going to start behaving in a way that some low rate stripper behaves like. I'm going to move and strut myself moving forward like all the finest women want to book this handsome chocolate gigolo. All right. And they're going to see that I'm Magic Mike for real. All right. So this is where I am actively disciplining myself to align opposite Saturn and Pisces to my belief that I can be the greatest stripper of all time. And I'm going to activate the sowing of these seeds to behave in a way that the greatest stripper would before I see evidence. By the time it's Sagittarius, I'll see into the meaning of this. The reason why we use this practice is because now you know that the results you get from this are dependent on what you put in. This is where we show you that astrology alone does not influence your life. You co-create with these cycles. All right, it's a time clock with which you something you could do at any time. You're just aligning at a certain time, and you get to monitor and yourself analyze the results. So that's why we're doing this, because you're going to see quick results. All right. Now, with that being said, all you have to do is think, see, hear, and behave like the person who is living your life. You cannot do this a wrong or right way. You can only do this. And what's going to happen is, as you do this, as you're thinking, feeling, behaving, you are sowing seeds that once we step into a week from now with the moon in Sagittarius will break through the ground. You're going to begin to see into the meaning of how it is you are actually facilitating this activation of a lifestyle. But now Pluto is retrograde back into Capricorn. So there's a hyper reality and practical consistency with which you will be able to control every element of this process, putting you in a position to quite literally master these new techniques and these new habits. All right. So before we start this ritual, for those of you just joining, 200 plus people are going to set the intention that your intention comes true. And you're going to see a very rapid acceleration and fulfillment of this with your continued commitment towards consistently maintaining this intention for the next 2 weeks, with the moon in Pisces, we will collectively release our intention and move forward in belief that we have manifested this new habit. All right, which is going to happen whether you do this ritual or not. So before we start this ritual, I want you to really activate this magic by thinking and feeling. How do you want to live your life? How is it that you want to change your lifestyle? Because with Saturn and Neptune, it is introducing belief systems with which, in the integrity you maintain, integrity meaning that outside influences that show you opposite of what you believe, you don't stop believing in it because you see the opposite of what you want to see. You only adjust and shift those beliefs if what you're believing is not aligned with what's really true. And so you have to adjust certain beliefs to account for that, versus if you've already been given insight through Gemini that it's possible, you maintain this belief as it becomes real because of this force of will and intention. So how do you want to live your life? Because what June up until September has clearly expressed is that there is a limit. There is a ceiling with which you felt it was believable to live that you're realizing is not impossible at all. Some of you may have felt that making millions of dollars every day just wasn't realistic or possible. And now you're realizing it is more than possible. That doesn't make it probable. That doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight, but Virgo is going to activate the pathway with which you can commit to. In other words, if it's something you're willing to commit 2 years, 5 years, 2 weeks, 2 minutes, 10 years, 20 years towards, then it's worth committing to with this, of course, cycle. And really every year with the cycle, you're breaking the ceiling. You're going to be aware of facets of your lifestyle you can live that you previously thought impossible. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to, over the next 2 weeks, not pretend, live that life without the need of you actually really experiencing it. All right. So if you've never ran a track and field a day in your life and you believe you can live the lifestyle of the fastest track runner, begin now living that lifestyle, going to the track and practicing your running every day and that's going to be a little bit delusional in the sense that you are affirming that you are an Olympic gold medalist before even having it. Just like Jim Carrey affirmed that he would get a deal for $10 million long before he ever cashed out that check, which if you were to ask people, that's kind of delusional to believe that you're just going to get a check cash for $10 million. But Jim Carrey must be a great or a goat because he did just that and showed people it was far from delusional. It was his God-given ability to co-create with the universe. And that required commitment and consistency. If he had just written a $10 million check, but didn't define and develop his craft, didn't show up in the gym every day and, carving out his skills, he wouldn't have been hired. So this is where all of these come through together. Shout out to the Jujutsu sorcerers. Sukuna's dead, baby. Oop. I hope I didn't spoil that. I just read the new manga. But other than that, right? What's really beautiful about this is you will be guided every step of the way. Jim Carrey is a Gemini moon, Capricorn sun. So you're going to be guided every step of the way with which you will personally, right? Damn it. All right, it's cool. Don't forget I didn't say that. Forget I just said that. It definitely puts you in a position to moving forward, confirm and harvest everything since March that you've activated. And that's the most important thing about this new moon. It is the 180 degree. I'm sorry. I thought you guys read the manga this weekend. I'm so sorry. Oh shit. It's cool. I forget I said that. All right. Basically everything you activated since March with the Sun Saturn activation of beliefs, you are now harvesting and integrating behavioral habits and patterns that live this through for real. It's taking the metaphysical belief and turning it into a reality through your habits. Yep. We are opposite sun and moon. All right. How many gyms could Jim Carrey carry if Jim Carrey could carry gyms is the greatest question I've ever heard on of course, Monday afternoon. So I want you to just imagine the life you're living right now. And as I'm going through these next 2 weeks, I want you to be filled with an unbridled excitement. You are on the verge, okay, it was 1 million, not, okay, he wrote a check for 1 million, then got 10 from dumb. Oh, good looks. Thank you, Laura. So I want you to get excited, knowing that you're on the precipice of creating heaven on earth through you, right? Through your co-creation with God, right? The universe. I want you to get excited moving forward about the life you're getting ready to live, not in impatience. All right. When you imagine it, and if in 3 days it doesn't happen, we're not doing that. It's here now. You're unfolding it now. So I want you to just imagine how you're living your life. Me, I'm with 3 ex-kabuki porn stars and they're feeding me grapes right now. I'm like, Magic Mike, you're so sexy. And then they're like fanning me with leaves. And I'm like, ladies, you don't have to do this. And they're like, no, I want to do this. And I'm at the casino right now. It's so lit. I'm using my magic abilities to double up on my, you know what I'm saying, on my roulette table. I got my Ninja Trader on my phone. I'm just buying and selling at will. Like this new life is amazing, guys. And this is a product of my imagination. And I'm going to now develop the behavior of someone who lives that life. I'm not going to be worried about when it's happening. I am the happening. You are the happening. I'm possible. There's nothing impossible. You're possible. All right. Face deep in some chi-chis. All right. So this is going to require innovation and genius of imagination to live in this facet of your mind and project in towards reality, because you're going to see that reality matches your vibration and co-creates. The one facet with which you will be tested, okay, is the integrity of your beliefs. Yup. Futures, baby. Shout out to the traders. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? This Saturn in Aquarius, right? Oh, hey, you never know. This Saturn, hey, I will say Bruce Almighty and The Mask spoke to me on a level I can't even like speak to you all. He's definitely one of those actors for me. But yes, you know what I'm saying? Saturn in Aquarius, or Saturn, Saturn in Pisces rather, right? Is putting you in a position to test the integrity of your beliefs. Remember, Neptune in Pisces believes in you. All right. Neptune in Pisces is going to tell you you're the best musician ever when you might not be that good. Saturn does not believe you. All right. So Saturn is the standardization test process, right? I'm going to use this analogy again. Whenever you build, let's say, a vehicle, or if you build food, it has to be tested by the Food and Drug Administration, right? These standardization tests are necessary for the process of building a vehicle, for the process of putting a drug out in the market. We have to, at several intervals, test this, because if we approve this, we're saying that it's okay to be put out into the market. If it hasn't been properly tested, then it could potentially harm purchasers of your drug, right? So that's what Saturn represents. As we go through these angles, it's testing in Pisces our beliefs. Saturn does not believe in your dreams. It wants to make sure that there's integrity in your beliefs. So it's going to test you. It's going to be like, well, oh, you believe you're a stripper, boy? Well, where have you ever stripped before? Like, what are you even that good of a stripper? And this is where you're responding to that test with, boy, I am the greatest stripper ever. You don't have to see me strip. This might require ad-libbing, freestyling, but now in Virgo, real factual evidence is coming through to support these beliefs or contradict these beliefs, hence the test. In this state where it contradicts these beliefs, you must adjust the beliefs to match, or you must adjust your behavior to match the integrity of these beliefs. This is going to be a major reality test to adjust your perception. Some of you were drawn to certain people because they represented the archetype that has pushed you forward. And you may get a reality check that they were never meant to be a part of your life, but you have learned a lesson through that experience you've learned. This is going to adjust so that you are now focused on who you're meant to be with, or move forward with those same people, should that be, you know what I'm saying? So with an adjustment like this, you want to be very careful with attaching to what you believed it's supposed to look like versus adapting. Those of you who are willing to adapt will win. Those of you who are too fixed on a version of what this has to look like will play yourself. Do not play yourself. There is nothing that belongs to you and that is meant for you that can miss you. All right. So be willing to adjust your perception so that you could be rerouted more to what it is you truly desire. Okay. That being said, the opposition to the Saturn transit is going to test whether you can maintain integrity of these beliefs as you integrate the behavioral patterns and habits that turn those beliefs into a reality. All right. And now Gemini is the expansive evolution portal with Zeus, Jupiter, that is going to take the integration of these beliefs through evolved mindsets, with which you will evolve or integrate these mindsets into your behavior. So now this is what brings an extra push and burst and boost relative, of course. Thank you so much for the tip, by the way, Russ. I really appreciate you. This is very beautiful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. And once again, this character development is going to put you so powerfully in a position to put everything together from now until Sagittarius, Virgo, which will oppose Saturn, Sag, which will oppose Jupiter. And this is going to be the revolving door that takes you out of the old world of 2+ centuries and now kicks you into the next era, where you have children born after 94 and 95 who are going to create a brand new world and awaken everything on a supernatural and godly level. So right now, I want you to be very excited about how your lifestyle is getting ready to activate perfection and the supernatural. A great affirmation is, everything I do is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. Everything I have is perfect. Wrap your mind around this as you are living in that life. So that's all you have to do. I'm going to teach you how to practice the law of assumption and make the most. What I'm going to be doing moving forward on this channel is bridging astrology and the law of assumption. Astrology will help us be aligned with the cycles we're in, and the law of assumption will help us align this sense of magic so that we can basically use our own imaginations to facilitate the purpose of said cycles. All right. So, in using the law of assumption to already affirm the life you're living while simultaneously doing it on this new moon in Virgo, you're going to notice near instant results because you have already been doing the process up until this point. So as you are experiencing right now, how you are living this new life, right? Enjoying how everything is coming together. The new moon in Virgo is going to activate this perspective. Once we get into that 10 degree conjunction, we're on and popping. The moon square Jupiter and Saturn will initially test how you feel about the activation of these new habits, in an effort to already begin to take your beliefs and mindset and have you understand analytically how to begin to put them together. This is what's going to lead to the moon in Libra, where Mars will enter Cancer and immediately put in check whether you're acting sincerely relative to what you feel other people think around how you are integrating these new habits, around the social balanced power and understanding with which this Taurus signature will manifest the direction with which you balance these habits socially with other people. And with the love fest, shout out to Christopher Witecki, of Venus on the moon, this is going to polish and add so much finesse, class, and beauty relative to not only how you make more powerful and beautiful the activation of this habit, but the direction in where and with who you move forward with this. And of course, the moon now will be trining Jupiter during this period, will expand on this leveling up of vocabulary and direct it towards how it is you are activating this routine. This will square Pluto in Capricorn and challenge you very extremely opposite Chiron relative to this breakthrough of the awakening of power and the inhibition of your character relative to breaking through feeling inhibited. All right. So it's just going to provide social pressure in outside influences of, you know, traditional themes that are outdated that you're breaking through. And that's what leads to the moon in Scorpio, which will trine Mars. We're going to talk about Mars maybe next Tuesday during the transit talk, but this is going to have you take this fueled potency of sincere action and intensify the depth with which you can intensely transform and feel deeper around what you're doing. And that's what's going to enact the Gemini signature, the final stage of activation, where now this analytical awareness is being supported by psychoanalytical understanding. So it's a psychoanalysis and understanding of our physical analysis. And where is that happening? Opposite Saturn. So by this stage on the 8th of this Virgo cycle, we are going to finally reach 180 degrees of harvest opposite Saturn retrograde. This is where you're going to be aware of this harvest of habits that reflect your beliefs. This is going to be the reality check to make sure that the current habits you are developing are aligning with your integrity of beliefs. As you are psychoanalyzing the pure wisdom around how to transform the activation of these techniques and habits, you're going to be aware of whether you are living that lifestyle that aligns with this belief that you can be the sexiest exotic dancer ever. So if I'm developing habits during this period where it's like I'm messing up when I'm dancing on the pole, or I'm not necessarily like really in it, Saturn is going to make sure, hey, I thought you believed this. I thought you believed this. This is difficult. It's meant to be difficult so that you can very seriously not screw yourself in future by cementing habits that don't align with your beliefs. And this may mean that you have to change some of your beliefs, maybe some of your beliefs in the light of consciousness in how they play out aren't really aligned with what's real. And then you can compromise and adjust some of these beliefs so that you can, or you can just go full Delulu and do it that route. Gemini signature is when the moon, so the sun moon Gemini signature is when the moon is 30 degrees away from the sun. So this is 16 degrees Virgo, 30 degrees is 16 degrees Libra, and 60 degrees, not 30, 60 degrees is 16 degrees Scorpio. So when the moon is 60 degrees away from the sun, the 60 to 90 degree angle is the Gemini signature. 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 0 to 30, right? So this is going to open the door of psychoanalytical understanding to aid in our analytical awareness. This is going to oppose Uranus, all right, and innovate very unconventionally the natural energy we feel by how much more deeply we apply it psychoanalytically. And that's what's going to lead to the first integration portal, the 90-degree angle of this new moon that started today. So from now until the 10th of September, you are sowing seeds that are going to activate a new supernatural lifestyle. And by the 10th of September, those seeds are breaking through the ground and they're beginning to integrate the higher meaning in understanding the analysis of these habits, the higher meaning of this new lifestyle. It's going to begin to show you what this new technique looks like. It's going to begin to show you what this new lifestyle is beginning to look like. It's going to oppose Jupiter. So it's going to put in check how the evolution of your mind state is helping you understand the meaning of its expression relative to these new behavioral patterns. And then it gets even greater as the sun will now begin to square Jupiter. And this will be the very first 90-degree point of integration since the conjunction that occurred at the end of Taurus around 26 degrees. So we've gone 0 degrees at the end of Taurus to 90 degrees. This is where my sun is, 20 degrees Gemini and Trump's North Node. So this will be interesting in politics to see what happens during this period. But 20 degrees, this is a 90-degree exact square. We've finally begun the process of becoming aware of how this mindset begins to integrate into our habits. Right around the period we enact the Leo signature, and then we awaken with Pluto an extreme God level understanding of how to use these new techniques. So by the time we're here on the 13th, we're understanding how to use this new technique. We're understanding how to direct this new lifestyle. And this is going to account for a very extreme awakening and an extraordinary understanding moving forward of the advanced knowledge and extra dimensional mechanics and supernatural mechanics around the real analysis of how we are integrating new behavioral patterns. The trine to Jupiter will support the expansion of our vocabulary with understanding the knowledge of what to say with it and why it is we have expanded to this level. And this is what's going to prepare with the, and we got the trine of Venus. This is going to be a major grand air trine where now you're opening up portals of communication relative to the post-utilization of these new techniques and how you're gaining more traction to, of course, living this life. And that's what brings us to the full moon in Pisces, where now we're beginning to harvest what we initially planted seeds in. By this period, you are harvesting this new supernatural life. You are understanding the totality of how your beliefs and imagination support this new behavior. Mercury is analyzing details and processing analysis, catching up to your conscious awareness. And that's where the sun will enact this grand earth trine. So basically what that looks like is for the next 2 weeks, you're going to be setting this lifestyle. And then once we reach the full moon, you can release it and it's going to automate. So let's say you believe you can live with passive income. right? And you have an automated business system with which you set and forget. The first 2 weeks is you setting it together, right? It's you, okay, this is going to be the products, the services, this is going to be the automation chain, this is the testing of it. Once we set the full moon, you can set it and forget it. Now that grand Earth trine with Uranus and Pluto is going to aid in its part of what you have consistently engineered in your neural pathways for your body to now run off of this consistency and habitual pattern 21 days to make a habit, right? But this will take a short 14 days, maybe. And 21 days is reminiscent of the completion. The transit doesn't complete until this, Capricorn signature. That's going to be 21 days from the new moon to the third quarter square. So that's going to be, if you did believe in that 21 days to create a habit, you're going to experience it. And yeah, in 2 weeks, when you start to create that business, you'll find that applying what you've done over the past 2 weeks will immediately have you harvest this. And then over the next 2 weeks, push forward. Will these planets going retrograde affect these manifestations? Great question. They won't necessarily affect the manifestations more differently than if they were direct. The retrograde is just going to speak of the re-evaluative quality with which you're going to review everything you've learned over the past few months in now applying to these manifestations, versus if they were direct, where you will be making mistakes as you go because you're doing things, you're covering new ground with these degrees, and you're going to come into new insights. You can also say the planets going retrograde will allow these manifestations to happen a lot more intensely and a lot more extremely. All right. But regardless, this full moon is going to be one of the most magical full moons of the year. This full moon and the full moon in Gemini. Just letting you know that right now. So this is going to be, the new moon and the full moon are the two game changers that are going to prepare you for the rest of the year and the rest of the decade. All right. So everything that is meant to happen to facilitate change is going to happen within these 2 weeks. All right. Very, 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 very important. And this is going to impact how disciplined you are to maintain this routine. Okay. Thank you, bro, for this confirmation. So a great example of this is I'm starting to work out again today. And in 2 weeks, I'll show you the results of me instilling practically just a routine. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'm going to every day consistently in the morning work out. That's it. And I'll see how my behavior and beliefs have changed relative to these results. And, anything that you kind of activate and change now, you will come into the most results within these 2 weeks. So I highly recommend, if there was ever a time to discipline yourself, lock in, and master a technique, skill, or habit, now is you can do this at any time of the year, but this is the best time ever. All right. Someone sent me some ninja workouts too, so I'm gonna be doing that. That being said, thank you guys. I have to get my OnlyFans body so I could become an exotic dancer and start stripping here in Vegas. So, oops, I said that out loud. No, so with that be, or am I? See, I'm just joking now, but when I look at that summer body, I might be like, hold on now. Maybe I wasn't joking. But other than that, lock in. You will thank yourself so much if you lock in. So that was the mathematics. Now, as far as the deeper meaning of this, supernatural potential and a higher synchronization process between your ability to practically perform at will these techniques is going to happen immediately and very powerfully as soon as we activate this new moon in Cancer. Okay, this new moon in Virgo. So 2 weeks from now versus today, the ability for you to now really understand more what is happening versus just kind of going with the flow is going to be night and day. All right. So look forward to that. This is going to help you analyze beyond the metaphysical and to make sense of both realms. And in a simplistic sense, your imagination versus your physical senses. This is also going to transform the status quo around materialist reductionist theoretical models in science and this postmodern tendency to basically kind of feel weird about anything that has to do with the supernatural or magic, because it doesn't make sense to peanut processing brains that hallucinate their reality and see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, using that as an authority to make sense of why something doesn't make sense to them because they can't see it, or it doesn't make logical sense, when like less than 1% of the universe will make sense to you. So like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say. But with that being said, you will be demonstrating its efficacy. You will be demonstrating what makes it real. And this will save you from arguing with people who are perpetually trapped and stuck in denial. Okay, so let's actually begin this ritual. All you have to do right now, that you have been imagining how you want to live your life, is to just simply set the intention. I decide this is my lifestyle. I have decided now everything in my life is motherfucking perfect. I am it. All right. If you want a more complex affirmation, you can tie together all 6 of the signs and put it together. I am limitless. I am Aries. You could put an I am affirmation. I have. My I have is I have an unlimited amount of anything. Okay. Gemini, I think I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm the best, right? I think I'm amazing. I feel Cancer. I feel incredible. I feel limitless. Leo, I love. Or this could just be the passionate expression of these affirmations. And Virgo is you putting it all together. Everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. So I want you right now to set the intention for how it is you are living your life. And once you have decided that, I want you to set the intention with me right now that everyone else watching, their intention also comes true. Are you ready? Yes, second house Gemini. So I set the intention that everyone else's intentions on how they intend to live their life comes true for the highest good of themselves and all. That's it. You can remix that however you want to say it. Look forward to those who are salty and bitter because they wanted to fit you in their box, or they wanted to make fun of you, or they wanted to hit you with high school names. Be mad because it's not working on you. It did not lower your self-esteem like they wanted. Now their self-esteem is lowered because they've always been insecure. All right. They're no longer able to take their insecurity out on you. This is going to produce a more irrational expression from others, especially if they're already demon possessed. And this is going to prepare you for the Scorpio season demon slayer arc, which is part 2 of the I Told You So tour. But that comes after the eclipse in Libra, once you've unlocked this new super personality, whether it's a superhero or a supervillain. But this is going to be the behavioral pattern of this character you're getting ready to unlock. Now that 280 plus people have intended that your lifestyle will manifest, you have supernatural intention and energy and collective energy behind this intention. So your mission, should you choose to accept, is to live as if you have already created this lifestyle. And, you know, you don't have to live beyond your current means. Just think, hear, and believe, and analyze, start seeing how your lifestyle is showing you this is it, and make adjustments as necessary. Live the life, create that life right now. And like Golden Girl already said, it's already done, because we really like that. You guys stay blessed as always. All right. I hope you enjoy this new moon cycle moving forward. Dawn Marie, Golden Girl, thank you so much for your PayPal. I highly appreciate you. All right. Dominique, I see you've ordered a transit forecast. Thank you. I will be speaking with you on Wednesday. Of course, for those of you who would like a consultation or a recorded report, I have all of them 50% off right now. All right. So you will get an automatic discount the moment that you order. And please show me some love, get some readings if you want. If not, I mean, just tuning in and watching me and being present is more than I could ever ask for. So I really do hope you do so. Okay. All right. Jessica has sponsored a pick a card reading for the chat. So we're going to do a beautiful pick a card reading. And basically, the pile that you pick is going to affirm and confirm the quality of the supernatural lifestyle you will be activating. So the first card is going to go into the nature of this lifestyle, and the second card is going to be more so the lesson, and the third card is going to be the outcome. We're going to do 3 cards. All right, 3 by 3. Appreciate you, Jessica. All right. So, underlying theme we have here is the High Priestess. There's going to be sacred revelation of this synchronization process. All the synchronicities you've seen and integrating are going to make so much more profound sense, and your intuition is going to be on literal fire. So expect more deeper insight and understanding. Expect a deviation from traditional norms that are going to debunk a lot of facts you've been told in route of your own psychic experiences that are aligning consistently and predictably with reality so that they can be demonstrated as real every time. We do have pile 1, we do have pile 2, we do have pile tree. Pile tree. Okay, I'll tree y'all. So you let me know which pile you pick. The one that resonates with you might not be the one you picked. So if it resonates with you, go with that one. And let us start with pile uno. Pile 1. Yeah, son. All right, what is this supernatural lifestyle you're activating? Well, we do have death, baby. You are completely transforming your life, okay? This supernatural lifestyle activation is a life of killing shit, all right? You're definitely going to live a life that is quite literally unrecognizable. And you may have a transformative element around your behavior that transforms people who you're involved with. It's like before you, after you, like people's lives are transformed just by connecting with you. So if you picked pile 1, your lifestyle is going through major transformation over the next 2 weeks that will bring so much greater glory through this complete transformation. All right. The lesson through this is to shine like the star. You're transforming into the star that you are. And this is going to require hope. This is going to require patience through the rejuvenation. And you're going to key more into the supernatural than ever. All right. So some of you, you're not just cleaning up your image, you're breaking out of the cocoon of the talent you've always had within you. And it's going to pronounce more of your star quality. It's also going to teach you that dreams do come true, and that in bringing an end to the despair other people kind of go through, you're going to be a force of hope, like the neighborhood hope dealer, and deal hope for people. They're going to look at you as this star that they've rejuvenated much healing through, and you're going to learn how to use your spiritual gifts to heal and inspire others. The outcome we have here is the Hermit card, signifying this internalization of your mastery. And it's not saying you're going to keep to yourself. It's saying that you're going to be specializing in fields or expertises that only you can do. All right. Imagine someone like I forget his name, but I imagine someone who's a famous actor, but they've also graduated in like theoretical physics. Like they have star quality, but they also have skills and a mastery of certain, fields that really contrast what you would stereotypically think, but also represent you almost being a nerd in what you are really, really, really inspirational at doing. So the Hermit card as an outcome is through this transformation, you are mastering these habits. And this is going to enable you to be guided by your own word and by your own light. Terrence Howard, thank you, brother. And this is definitely going to, in this mastery, open you up to opportunities that only you can fulfill because you're specialized in these expertises. All right. If you picked pile 2, once again, please understand, regardless of pile, any kind of projection towards you with which to make you or to influence you to feel less than you are, or to cause you to sense less value than you are, is being projected on you by people who are jealous of you. They're bitter of you. They're bitter of the freedom you have to express yourself. And in an effort to suppress that expression, they're going to hit you with bullshit that they cannot back up soundly with logic. So they're hitting you with ad hominem fallacies. They're expressing their frustration towards you because at their core, they're weak, stupid little bitches. I'm saying bitches respectfully. I'm not even saying bitches as an allude to feminine, because they're vagina carrying women that are harder than these bitches 100% of the day. I'm just really kind of, inferring to people who are so insecure and so weak. And let me give you an analogy of this. When you speak your truth and someone gets triggered, someone who is secure in themselves does not have to battle against that, right? If you talk to someone that has billions of dollars in their bank account and you look them in the eye and you said, you're broke, they're going to laugh at you. They're not going to be like, I'm not broke. Well, that's why you're a loser. They're going to laugh with their billions of dollars. They have literal security in their accounts. They're not going to argue with you about them being broke or not. They're secure in themselves. Right? So keep that in mind towards people who react insecurely and sensitively to an expression of your truth. Chances are you might have struck a nerve for a reason. Maybe they are broke. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that you calling that out. Now, we do have the sun card, baby. So you're activating the main character life. Light is being flurled in through your heart, flushed in through your heart, and expressed through your vitality. This is going to bring so much joy. And if you pick pile 2, you want to get excited because whereas pile 1 is completely transforming their lives in a very incredible fashion, you are coming into so much more joy, so much more fun. And this is going to be the shining light that when people see you come into a room, they're so much more enjoyed. The sun is what people say is the best card in the tarot. So this is definitely very, very amazing because this is putting you in a position to come into so much more of a joyful expression of your personality and of your abilities and of your power. So this is going to be so much more happiness, so much more room for you to invest in doing what you love to do. And the lesson here with the Chariot is to move forward. The Sun and the Chariot is a major victory. The lesson is to not give in to immediate gratification and to keep moving forward. You're going to come into victory, and instead of resting on those laurels, you keep moving forward, and then you keep it moving forward. You're going to understand how to take advantage of this momentum with which you're moving forward with. Chariot, which is a card of Cancer. Mars going into Cancer might allude to that towards you. So you're going to kind of understand how to maintain victory and maintain success through discipline, through willpower, through, of course, effort. All right. And we do have the outcome for you. We got the moon. So I love this because the contrast between this light and dark is going to enable you to walk the path of your own drum. The moon card is saying, Paul, too, you're going to be living a lifestyle that deviates from traditional norm. You are not a conformist. You are not going to conform to holidays, traditions, to what the majority of society does. And because you've broken through this light and happiness and victory of pushing forward, you're going to be able to develop your psychic abilities and a nonlinear and somewhat illogical approach towards life. And I'm not going to say illogical, subjective. You're going to really bring light to this language of your subjectivity, with which can allow you to live a lifestyle that's unique to you, bridging the conscious and the subconscious through your will. So pile 2, this is giving Nen abilities. This is giving chi, life force. You know what I mean? You're going to really shine light into unconscious facets that will, of course, enable you to bring out, through riding the momentum, the life that you're meant to live, the life that resonates deepest with your soul. Okay. For those of you who are artistic, for those of you who are definitely a lot more poetic, this is definitely going to enrich your creativity, and this is going to initiate you more into, the occult, what's hidden, the mysteries of your own psyche that will no longer be mysteries. You will no longer call fate because you're more aware of their processes. Now, last but not least, we have pile 3. So the lifestyle you're activating is the world, baby. This is the godly life. So first of all, I want to respect that all 3 piles, y'all are awesome heavy hitters. Okay, pile 1 is transforming their whole life and transforming other people's lives. Pile 2 brings light and life everywhere they go. Every time people see pile 2, they're left with a smile afterwards. Pile 3, you bring fulfillment, you bring completion. You're activating a lifestyle that's going to incorporate everything you could ever want. And this is going to represent godly responsibilities that will initially have felt like a burden and are no longer a burden. Can all 3 apply? Absolutely. You will find that all elements of these piles apply to you, but you'll resonate more with one than the other, or maybe all 3 do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever resonates with you, you definitely want to move forward with. But this pile 3 is definitely talking about incorporating traveling across the world, being world ranked, right? So if you pick pile 3, you might be a boxer who's ranked in the world. Like your skill and your expertise, the way you live your life is going to have you incorporate this authority and power with and over the world. All right. This represents, if pile 1 is a transformative lifestyle and pile 2 is a joyful lifestyle, pile 3, this is a lifestyle integrated with fulfillment, where your lifestyle is complete. You have every element here. You're graduating through this. All right. This also lets us know the results of using these affirmations and the law of assumption. The lesson through this with the magician is accordingly to as above, so below. Mind your intentions. You're going to learn how everything you think manifests, whether out of thin air or with air, right? The magician is going to really express how you are highly skilled, and in using your talents and skills, this brings more fulfillment. This brings more completion. You know what I'm saying? You are a talented singer. You know what I mean? So while you are going along your lifestyle and there's all sorts of confusion in a store, right? You're grabbing the mic and you're using your talent for singing to get everyone's attention. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's a horrible example. But the resourcefulness and the skill set, you're going to learn that you have every single thing you need in order to fulfill this lifestyle. You don't need anything more. You don't need to learn anything more. You don't need, and pile 3, this is going to be important for you if you've come across all sorts of influences that have told you, oh, you need this. Oh, you're not prepared enough yet. You still need this learning. You still need this equipment. You need to pay this. And you're going to realize, actually, you're one fly ass motherfucker. Like, you actually have every element that you need just in your head alone. If all the resources around you, you've learned everything you need to learn to maintain this lifestyle fulfillment. And the outcome we have here, baby, is the hangman, where you are going to be able to completely surrender and transform your perspective around someone who tries to make things happen versus just allowing it to happen, because you know you don't have to control too much. You just set the intention. You got the skills. You decided that this is how it's gonna be, and you can just allow it to happen. This is going to change your perspective, because you're going to start to see so much aligning with your intentions. It's going to transform the method, the modality, and the methodology around how it is you facilitate this. All right. So it's definitely going to supercharge your spirituality. Jessica, thank you so very much. I think this is beyond amazing. All right. You guys are, as always, beyond amazing. I am so grateful for y'all. And I think you have a lot to look forward to concerning how, in just a short 2 weeks, we're going to live the lifestyle of our dreams. So, right before we leave, let's do this ritual once again. I want you to set the intention that you are living this life. The affirmation that I'm going to speak on, with which affirms this, is everything in my life is perfect, baby. Everything in my life is perfect. And as I'm saying this, I'm imagining and seeing how everything in my life is perfect, right? So as you feel it, as you see it, literally stimulate your imagination as your subconscious mind that creates this facet of your reality doesn't have eyes. You're its eyes, you're its ears. So you're going to feed it what it is you're experiencing. There's no cake in front of me, but I'm telling my subconscious, ooh, I can imagine, I can taste this cake. I can lick it, I can smell it, right? And that's feeding my subconscious the information with which to co-create this with me. All right. And this is cool, because if you think this is woo-woo spirituality bullshit, just practice it. Apply the scientific method with me over the next 2 weeks so that you can analyze and journal. Hey, the peace dealer told me to do practices and I gained results. That's it. There's nobody who's going to practice this and not come in the results. Letting you know that right now. So once again, say the affirmation, everything in my life is perfect. And as you are feeling, I want you to, as the person living the lifestyle, not you as you may not believe. If you already are that person right now, you get it. But as the person living this lifestyle, I want you to set the intention. Everyone else's intention in this chat room, along with mine, has manifested instantly at the greatest level, in the greatest way. You just had 270 plus people help reprogram your subconscious metaphysically, scientifically. And now all you have to do, now that 270 plus people have used their own aura, they use their chakra, their chi, their conscious awareness to intend for you to have your stuff come true. You just have to maintain it by behaving as the person who already has it. If you look at the links that I have down below, you will see Law of Assumption YouTube videos by Sammy Ingram, by Be Something Wonderful. These videos are your friend. Watch it. That ultimate guide, Law of Assumption. Oh, you know what? I don't have that there. So let me update this right now. Those videos are your friend. Let me update this right now. For those of you who are new to the concept, this will brush you up here. Watch those videos because they will help you pretty much align with the behavior or how or what you want to think. It's very simple. One lets you know no action is needed to do this. The action you will take is inspired action. So if you actually now refresh your page, you will see that they are all below in the description box. Okay. So I've provided you the tools that are necessary to succeed. All you have to do is simply maintain this habit, create these habits, and maintain your knowing of it. It is commanded and it is so. And I will see you guys again in 2 weeks where we will release these beliefs and amaze at how quickly we changed our lives. You guys stay blessed as always. So grateful for y'all. Peace.